What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Gamecock news update. Today is a topical video. We're speaking about why sports moving to a super conference will hurt South Carolina. This is an article by the state newspaper. We're going to talk about it and we're going to discuss it. But before I go any further, here's what I need you to do, man. One, join the Patreon, man. Yes, if you want to support the channel, that's one way to do it. Support the Patreon. The link will be in the description below. Revamping that right now, but you guys have been amazing. Thank you for all my subscribers, my Patreons that's been helping me out. So go to patreon.com/Lucky Murray. You can support us low. That's $5. The link will be in the description below. 2, buy the merch. That's another way that you can support the channel as well. If you can't do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That'll let you know every time I drop a video. 3, share the video, helps out a ton. Let's get into this, man. So a lot of you guys like, hey, Lucky, what are we watching? I cannot play South Carolina football video that I don't own. So we're playing football videos. This is semi-pro. So if I do a topical video, man, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be talking about, let me skim through this guy. Let me skim through this real quick. Like, I'm gonna just, there we go. Yeah, let's get to this one, football, baby. There we go. All right, so let's talk about this. So I'm gonna read the article real quick and then we're gonna go forward. So it says scattered between those fireworks and sparkling backyard, blah 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 blah. You know, talk about the Southern Cal and UCLA news broke. So I want to get to this part. This is a part that Shane Beamer said when it comes to playing against Oklahoma and Texas. He says we don't have to play Texas and Oklahoma. USC head coach Shane Beamer said last year, shortly after the OU and Texas news broke. We get to play Oklahoma. We get to play Texas A&M. I mean, if you come to play in the SEC, you're going to play against the best. If you don't want to play against the best, then you need to go play somewhere else. That's what I mean. So let me get down to the article, right? So it says South Carolina spent just over $133 million on athletic department expenditures during the 21 fiasco year. Woo. That ranks 9th out of 13 SEC teams, including the database. Vanderbilt's a private school and not subject to the Freedom of Information Act disclosure. Texas spent $200 million. And Oklahoma $159 million. Also, both spent significantly more than USC over the span. Now, let's add schools that could conceivably be added to the SEC infrastructure in another round of realignment. Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina, and North Carolina State. Each of those realistically fits the geographical of the league and brings enough football-wise to make sense should the sport dilute to just the Big Ten and the SEC. Florida State, $155 million, spent more than any other ACC institution, 21, while Clemson, $131 million, was just behind South Carolina, despite making almost $200 million less than USC in revenue for the league compared to the 2021 SEC payouts, right? So it's saying that when you look back on it and you're going to these schools, Oklahoma and Texas, are taking the power that they have financially and everything else is aligned with the #1 conference in the country. Tim Rogan, he's an expert in sports economy at USC, told the state last year. Therefore, they're moving the ball when we look back on this 5 years. We're going to see this is going to be a huge move. This isn't say South Carolina should disband this football program or that the Gamecocks can't be competitive in a year-to-year basis. Spurrier and Holtz tender proved that you can. Competing in the upper echelons of sports, though, is far trickier. It has been quite a year since, blah 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 blah. So basically, this article is saying, let me finish this article. Yeah, basically, this article is saying that because of the teams and the amount of money they're spending on their facilities, that it'd be a hard sell for USC to keep up if they only spend $159 million on facilities. So, do I agree with this article? No, because I think that football and teams is a lot more than just spending on facilities, right? If you have a football team that rakes in a lot of money, of course you're going to spend a lot on revenues, if that makes sense. Your revenue comes from the amount of money you make, TV deals, merchandise, live seating and all that good stuff. So I'm not necessarily worried about USC if we start playing against teams that spend more, because that's teams that spend more that don't get to do as much. And as y'all seen, Clemson spent $138 million, and they're a top 10 program, for the last 5 years. We spend a little bit more than that, and we're starting to see the benefits of the recruits. And I think I think that the kids look a lot more than just facilities. Facilities play a good role, but it's not enough, right? As long as that we're not looking like high school. I think these kids ultimately will understand that, they just want to play. And if it looks good and you treat them right, I think everybody's facilities would be comfortable to a certain extent. Now, if you go to Texas and all the other schools, will there be a bigger situation? Absolutely. But my thing is this. I think it could be a good thing for USC. Why? Because, like I said before, if you could build a program despite, not spending a lot of money on facilities, your facilities would grow as the program grows, right? National programs have to keep up their facilities. Simple as that. So I don't agree with this comment, but I don't think it'd be a bad thing. But here's what I need you to do, people, because I've been rambling. What do you think about this in the comment section below? Do you think that USC, University of South Carolina, benefits from the realignment, or you think they're going to get left in the dust? Right in the comment section below. Again, it's the entertainment, motivated, educated, and please don't forget all three. Like you, Murray, back with another Gamecock news update. Today we're just talking about Gamecocks, talking about football and semi-pro football, as you can say. Listen, kids. If you are playing football and you get to this level, quit. Quit. Go get you a job like that. It's not worth getting hurt for $50 in a ham sandwich. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Like always, until next time, people.